Find the wine.
The title of my poem is Letter to My Unborn Son. And I have to dedicate this to my brothers, both biological and the guys who were lucky enough to be called a brother. Dear son, I know mommy is supposed to be the brave one. I'm supposed to be your superhero and protect you even after you're old enough to protect yourself. Well, mommy's got some good news and some bad news. I love you more than I love myself, and you haven't even been conceived yet. The world you live in won't greet you with open arms, son. There will be people that hate you and don't even know your name, son. You'll be labeled dangerous and an automatic target even if you don't have a gun, son. No matter how much education you acquire, you will still be deemed a thug, son. Of course you'll be articulate, but there are going to be people who claim they can't and don't understand you no matter how well you speak, son. Mommy isn't trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. You will live in a nation that cares more about fighting in places overseas I can't pronounce than fighting against modern-day genocide in this country, son. If I wasn't afraid you would be blackballed from getting into a good school or getting a good job, I'd name you injustice. So your heart won't break every time the news comes on. Again, mommy isn't trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. I'm afraid you'll come out of shade too light to respect or too dark to protect. I know you'll have the desire to inspire an entire generation to be greater, but tread lightly, son. You will learn that there are leaders that look like you and me become extinct well before their time, son. I will pray every day that God watches over you from the second I know you exist, son. I need you to be brave, son. I want you to be proud, son. You come from a long line of royalty that got their castles repossessed for chains, plantations, and cotton fields. So of course you'll be my prince, son. Don't let them tell you that you don't belong here. They'll say go back to where you came from, son. I need you to tell them your ancestors put this country, the same country that considered us property, on their backs and made it what it is, son. Once upon a time, I was afraid to raise a black son, but now mommy knows I have to. If I don't have you, black men in this country will become an endangered species. If I do have you, black men in this country will become an endangered species. Either way, the story is the same. It's time we demand change. Enough is enough. They were robbed of their lives and their voices, so son, I need you to speak on behalf of Jimmy Lee Jackson, Medgar Evers, Emmett Till, Sean Bell, Oscar Grant, Alfred Wright, Kendrick Johnson, Trayvon, Benjamin Martin, Jordan Davis, James Byrd, and so many more whose names remain just a whisper. We can't expect justice from a system that was never designed to protect us in the first place. Mommy is not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. There is no coalition to save our men. They're getting wiped out every few seconds because of their skin. If I don't have you, black men in this country will become an endangered species. If I do have you, black men in this country will be an endangered species. I know mommy is supposed to be the brave one. Well, listen, sweet, unborn baby boy, black men are resilient, manufactured to take on anything thrown in their path. Black men are bold, intelligent, and soldiers with or without military-given credentials. Black men who survived in this country more than one day are warriors. And yes, son, you will be a warrior too. Just remember, when faced with adversity and your spirits get weary, you come from a long line of fighters, an entire generation of legends. There will be people that look you in the face and say you won't amount to anything. But Philippians 4th chapter 13th verse determined that was a lie. You can do anything. You can be anything. You will be the kind of change that they are afraid of. They hate what they don't understand. So son, give them something to talk about. Woo!